you bring the clams?
Oh, forgot. I have back in.
Huh? The clams? I don't know nothing. You don't know anything? Me too. I don't know anything either. I'm doing okay. How you doing, buddy? What's going on, my friend? How are the tariffs? Are they biting you in the butt? YT Social, what's up, buddy? Pin your comment. I only pin super chat comments. Oh, I don't have no super chats here. All right, I could pin your comment. Let's see, how do I do that? Pin. All right. We got a pinned comment. Thank you, buddy. Nicholas Munafo. Hello, pal. I just left a harrowing comment on Facebook. It's not going to make a difference anyway. They don't give a shit. Over there. Over there. It's not going to make a difference anyway. So basically, like, there's a governor race in New Jersey, and we have this guy Citarelli. We have this useless piece of shit mayor from Newark, Barack, whatever the hell his name is. So he's like a DEI. And there's a couple other jerk-offs that want to be governor. So I said, comment I says, it doesn't matter who we elect. If you don't eliminate property taxes, you're not doing your job, period. Your job is not to worry about rainbow flags, anything of that sort. Your job as a governor is to provide security for the residents, and that's not being a sanctuary city. That's not your fucking job. Your job is not to worry about people from other countries. New Jersey residents are not in the business of being humanitarian. That's not our job. Our job is to live here the best life that we can at the lowest possible costs possible, right? Which is eliminating taxes. But so far, no governor has even attempted to eliminate property taxes. All they do is raise them. All the governors that have come into office so far has raised property taxes. Doesn't matter who it is. Governor, Republican, Democrat. It's all the same shit. Humanity and the planet have no representatives. Eric the Great, what's up, buddy? Well, you need term limits, I would agree on, but you have to eliminate pensions. You can't have a guy come in and like be a whatever in office for 2 terms and then he gets a pension. Are you kidding me? Imagine a guy coming in working for 8 years and then let's say he gets a $225,000 a year pension for the rest of his life. That's absurd. Laborers' new plan for the disabled. Monday is going to be a rough day for the markets. I'm glad. You know what? In my opinion, I hope the markets crash and never open again. Because the markets is a problem in this country. It's a big problem. Like, the country has to evolve around the markets, around a bunch of idiots in the stock market trying to make money in the stock market. So, to their behoof, it's better that the people pay all the taxes and not businesses. You understand? So the stock market is not our friend, unless you're in the stock market and you're making money. So when the stock market crashes, hopefully it never opens again. It stays crashed. If we didn't have the stock market, we wouldn't have as much corruption as we have today. Believe me. Probably 30% of all the corruption in this country is because of the stock market. Because all they want to do is make money. They want to try and reduce as much cost to a company that they invest in as much as they can. And how do they do that? They put the cost of taxation onto the citizen. You understand? And they take it off the consumer. It doesn't matter. That's your problem, to invest your money. Take your money in the 401k and put it in cash. That's it. You'll get 6%. There's nothing wrong with that. Well, put it in cash, Donald. Donald Trump's fault the market crashes. Don't forget, they inflate the stocks. So people buy them. They're inflated. And then they'll crash them. And then people lose their money. That's the game of the stock market. You got to know when to buy and know when to sell. Right? How does that song go? Know when to... That one song, know when to ride. Know when... You gotta know how to play the stock market. No, we need to eliminate the stock market, in my opinion. The stock market is, like I said before, the stock market... To the benefit of the stock market, they would rather see companies make more money. How do they do that? They eliminate consumer taxation. They eliminate import taxes. This way, the companies have more money and they base all the taxation on the consumer. And then they don't care if the government is in debt. If the government borrows money, they don't give a shit. As long as the stock market turns a profit. That's all they care about. They don't care how they get the money. Doesn't matter to them. So the stock market is not here to benefit the American people. No, stay in your lane. It's not here to benefit it's here to benefit the people who are privately investing in the stock market. You understand? That's what the stock market is. It has nothing to do with the federal government. Absolutely nothing. If you're in a 401k and you want to have an option to go cash, go cash. Why give these people in the stock market your money? You're going to lose money all the time. This is not the last time that the market's going to crash. The market has been crashing over the decades. It's all planned. It's not a coincidence. You understand? It's all planned out. Con jobs? Yeah. Well, the stock market basically is a con job. You know? The stock market, if we didn't have the stock market, there would be a lot better off, believe me. The country would be in less debt. Because through the stock market, like Nancy Pelosi, what do you think she does to get inside of trading? She does the stock market favors. She does them favors by like getting people in the EPA, the IRS, whatever agency she can to fuck up another country, or to block countries in America to make certain products so they can make them in China or Mexico or Canada. What do you think it is? What do you think the EPA is there for? It's not there to help America. It's there to impede the government. They're putting environmental restrictions on all American, but then foreign companies don't have those restrictions. My friend used to work for Merck, the pharmaceutical company, and they would have to go to like different countries like Belgium, Ireland, to make certain products because they weren't allowed to make them in the United States. Imagine. So they had to go, so Merck, or all these pharmaceutical companies had to go and make the drugs that they sell here in America in foreign countries because the EPA wouldn't allow them. Exactly, I agree with you, Island Johnny. Don't bring back manufacturing. Just pay the tariff, pay the tax. That's it. If the company doesn't want to come to America, I wouldn't want to come here either. All you got to do is just pay the tariff, pay the tax. If the government says 25% tax, just pay it. If you're a good businessman and you have a good, strong company, that 25% is not going to break the company. It's just going to raise the cost of the product. So instead of making 70%, you're going to make 55% on the product. You're still selling it. You're still making 55%. Your workers are all still making money. So you got to take a little cut. Well, you're better off. Well, just like in New Jersey, they have certain products that are not taxed. Like I went to buy a storm door. I know some people heard the story before, and there was no tax on the storm door or on the labor of the storm door. So I bought the storm door and labor for $995, and it was tax-free. So you agree with that? Why would the state of New Jersey eliminate tax on a storm door and the labor and then force me to pay property taxes? Right? Now, they're cutting out potential revenue for the state by taxing the labor to install it and taxing the storm door and all the parts that go with it, but yet they want to tax me. So they're going to say, like, they're saving me $65, but they're going to charge me $15,000 a year in property taxes for the rest of my life? That makes sense? Kevin Melancon, you too old to be working, Mike. I'm not working. I did some work today, though, at the house. I didn't take any pictures, though. I should have. I could have showed you. I don't know if there's any pictures. No. But these are like the plans. Hey, you can't even see it. Right, because because Canada is able to come here and persuade politicians not to put tariffs on them. That's what it is. You know what I mean? That's basically what it comes down to. Canada just doesn't want to pay the taxes. That's basically what it comes down to. All these countries, they don't want to pay taxes. Nobody wants to pay taxes. So they don't care. The Canadians, remember a long time ago, they stopped putting on food where the product was made. Imported from Canada. imported from China because people won't buy it. That's why so the politicians screwed Americans over again by not labeling upfront where the product is coming from. Because then, since nobody would buy, let's say, Canadian cheese, they would have to lower their prices. You understand? Because then people would just buy the American cheese. They would say, made in the USA, made in Canada, made in China, made in Mexico, wherever. But some people want to buy, Mexican cheese, like queso, whatever cheese they make has a different flavor. Well, I think Trump could get a third term, and watch out for that car. Look.
Yeah.
This way. I think there's a loophole for Donald Trump to become, to stay 48th president of the United States for 2 terms, because he didn't do 2 terms as 45. He's the 48th president. So how is that 2 terms? It's 2 consecutive terms. That's what I think the argument will be. So now let's say if it was a Democrat and Joe Biden was, capable of running, let's say he beat Donald Trump and he was 49. The Democrats can easily sway the courts to have him run again as 48 president of the United States if he beat Trump running for 47. He should tariff adult diapers. I don't see why not. Why shouldn't he? What's wrong with that, Ivan? Everything should be taxed. Everything should be based on consumerism, not personal or property taxes in that sense. Inheritance tax. That's my money. If I want to give it to my children, why are they going to tax that? You ever think of that? Why would they have an inheritance tax? That's insane. But they don't want to tax goods and services. Why are they refusing to do that? Homelessness is never going to double. Even if the homeless is doubled, there's 800,000 homeless people in the United States. Even if there was 1.6 million homeless, that's not a lot. There's 340 million people. How is that a huge number? In your mind, when you think of the number 800,000, but when you proportion it to the population of 340 million, it's nothing. It's not even a fraction. It's zero. If you take 800,000 divided by 3.4 million, the number is zero. You understand? So even if you double that and you divide it 1 point here, I'll do it now. 1.6 million divided by 340 million. It's 0.00. Zero. Look, it's nothing. Look. So when they're spending billions, like California spends billions, trillions, I think, on the homeless, they're fucking you. They're screwing you over. They're saying, oh, we're going to help the homeless. 180,000 homeless people in California, they're going to spend billions and billions of dollars on them? That's crazy. They could buy them each a home and say, here, that's your home, live in there. It'll be cheaper than billions and billions of dollars. Leo. Oh, okay. Dump Trump. Totonini. Why do you want to dump Trump? You don't like that he's eliminating government waste? You want to continue with USAID, international funding. You want to refund the Paris Accord Agreement. You want to refund the world. What does the Paris Accord Agreement do? You probably don't even know. Nobody knows what they do. Oh, they help the environment. How? How do you help the environment? Somebody explain to me, how do you help the environment? You can't. You basically can't. I mean, does the Paris Accord Agreement prevent wars? Right? Doesn't wars pollute the environment? Have they forced the Middle East to put out all the tire patches that are burning 24/7? Are they doing that? They don't do that. Why? Why do they only say that the Americans are the polluters, that we have to pay? Why? But you think that it's a good idea to pay the Paris Accord Agreement. That's what Democrats want. No, straight. Right here. Yeah, Kimmy didn't bring the clamps. Oh my God. There's nothing in our drinking water. Who's dying from drinking water? Does anybody know here who has died from drinking tap water? I don't know anybody. I know people who died from drinking this shit, from drinking soda, from drinking colored drinks, processed sugar drinks. How many people have died from drinking tap water? The tap water in my town is delicious. It is so good. It's so clean and good. I'm telling you, it's delicious. Flint, well, not my town. Well, that wasn't the water. That was the pipes. They were using lead pipes. Because Flint, Michigan, the Democrats, that's a Democrat-run city. They don't give a shit about the people in the city. They just tax them, and what they do with the money is beyond everybody's imagination. Like, what does Flint do with all the money that's there? That the government gives them. Takes it from other states and gives it to them. What do they do with all the money? Where the fuck does it all go? You live near Flint? How was the water, Paulie? The Democrats, blame old. Well, I mean, what are the Democrats doing about it? Nothing. They don't do anything about anything. Flint, Michigan is probably the most corrupt city. There's no like good inspectors there. They just pay them all off. Look at what's his name? The mayor of New York. He got paid off for building construction in the city. Because he was doing business with the Turks. And maybe the Turks got him off because he was going to rat them out. To Elon, we pay the richest man subsidizes, don't pretend. You think, well, who subsidized Elon Musk? Joe Biden. The Democrats. Way before Donald Trump. Wait, who was president after? When did electric cars start coming out? During Barack Obama, right? When did all this electric mandates come out? The Green New Deal. What do you think it's all for? Who's pushing the Green New Deal? Democrats. That Republicans aren't pushing the Green New Deal. AOC said that the world's gonna end because of greenhouse gases in 12 years, and now she's gonna run for president. This is the people the Democrats want you to vote for. They don't want you to vote for an intelligent person. They want you to vote for a celebrity. That's what they want you to vote for. Well, not Joe Biden or Vice President Harris. So now they're going to put a pretty face with big boobs, a nice smile, a Spanish woman, a little, of color, thinking that, all this, we're going to get the Spanish vote, we're going to get the black vote, we're going to get the woman vote, and we're going to win the election. It didn't happen with Harris. It didn't happen with Harris. I mean, I would say AOC is probably a little smarter than she is, a better talker. You know what I mean? She's not like gonna laugh like an asshole like Vice President Harris, but you want her as president, vote for her. Democrats, go for it, buddy. Go for it. Well, she's not a bartender anymore. Or you want Bernie Sanders? All they want to do is raise your taxes. That's it. All Democrats want to do is they promise you stupidity. Oh, we're going to we're going to bring back better. What the fuck does that even mean? Bring back better. Can somebody explain to me what bring back better means? Oh, so make America great again versus bring back better. Bring back what? Better. Bring what? Bring back what better? What kind of a sentence is that? How do like if you're a Democrat here and I said to you, hey, can you bring that back better? You're gonna say, bring what back better? That. What? That. What are you talking about? Bring that back better. Doesn't that sound stupid? At least if I say, make America great again, isn't that a complete sentence? Is that a complete sentence? Make America great again? I think so. What is bring back better a complete sentence? No, it makes absolutely no fucking sense. It's confusing. You understand? It's confusing. There's no such thing as the inflation. You can't reduce inflation unless you stop spending money. How do you reduce inflation in your home? If your house is under foreclosure, how do you get out of foreclosure? How do you get out of being in foreclosure? You fucking pay off your bills. You get from being upside down. You get out of the red. You get out of the hot. How? By stop spending money. People sell their cars. People stop using credit cards. People stop paying for the gym. People save as much money as they can to catch up on their mortgage. It's the same thing with the government. There's no remedy for inflation but stop spending money. Stop taxing people. The only way to invest in inflation is to make money. And how do you make money? Is through import taxes. Consumer taxation. That's how you make money. You don't tell certain businesses in America, hey, you don't have to collect taxes. We're gonna tax the people. That's the Democrat way. Name one Democrat that campaign on lowering your taxes. Somebody. I need a name. I've been asking for so long for somebody to give me a name on lowering, that a Democrat wants to lower your taxes, but no one comes up with anybody. Tariffs are taxing the consumer, not the people. There's a big difference between the people and citizen taxation and consumer taxation. I would rather be taxed as a consumer. You understand? I look like a phone. I'd rather be taxed as a consumer than taxed as a citizen. See, because as a consumer, I have a choice. As a citizen, I'm forced to pay taxes. And they can tax me as much as they want, regardless of my income. You see what I'm saying? I can live in my house, and they can tax me as much as they want. They don't care how much money I make. They can raise my property taxes all they want. You paid more than 5 million. Well, Sam, I mean, 5 million in what? Income taxes? See, that's messed up. Now, if the system was based on consumer taxation, Sam would have saved $5 million. He would have been he could have took that 5 million and bought like 5 million worth of stuff in reality. Yeah, I mean, society can reduce spending in so many ways. You're literally replying to it right now. I'm just making sure we're going in the right direction. Coffee enjoyer. I wish I could have a nice cup of coffee today, but I had like a pretty decent breakfast and I don't want to dump it. Maybe when I go home, maybe Joanne will make me a cup of coffee. 3 3/4 more years. Hey, you know what? Donald Trump is over here. Is an older guy, so anything can happen. He's not a young man, but I don't see him deteriorating right now. I don't see that. Go where? Where are we going? You can't see at all, Grandpa. I can see fine with these glasses. Excuse me. If my president doesn't pay taxes, neither. Yeah, exactly. Nobody should pay taxes. The taxes should be based on goods and services. The consumer should pay all the taxes. See, like the less taxes that the government takes, the smaller the government. They'll just cut. You can cut school buses, and that'll cut millions and millions and millions of dollars out of the school budget. End of story. You can cut the stupidest shit out of schools, and it'll say, like, you could just close the high schools. That'll save billions and billions of dollars that you won't have to tax the people that much. What is my education level? All I want is my taxes to go down. I want my taxes to be eliminated. That's all I learned in school. Okay? That's my education level. I want no taxes. Read my lips. No personal income or property taxes. Thank you. The chat can't handle it. Well, a lot of Democrats don't want to hear that because the Democrats tell the Democrats that they should be happy they're paying taxes. That's how the Democrats want them to feel. Like they're entitled. It's your duty to work and pay their salaries. You understand? And pay for their kids to go to college. Because politicians have free education for their kids. Yeah. When they go to Washington, D.C., they get free gas. So whoever drives in, they go up to the pump, they fill up their car for free. So the Democrats want you to believe that you are responsible for taxes, not consumers, not goods and services, not imported goods. You, the citizen, are responsible. Foreign companies should be exempt from paying taxes. That's how a Democrat wants you to feel. They want you to think that you're entitled, and then you see these people lined up against USAID being defunded. Like, are you fucking out of your mind? Against import taxes. So, I'd like to go up there and say, how much did you, I bet you a lot of those people don't even work. Did I go to high school? First of all, I mean, what good is school? I mean, everybody wants to know what kind of education do politicians have? Why don't you ask yourself that? If you're a Democrat, even a Republican, and you have like AOC, do you really believe that she's educated? Do you think Nancy Pelosi's educated? Do you think Chuck Schumer is educated? I mean, what is educated to you? What does that mean? Just because you went to a school, you paid them money to give you a certificate, now you're educated? That makes you smart? I don't think so. How do you see that? So, Donald Trump went to college. Do you think he's educated? Do you think Donald Trump is educated, Democrats? So if you don't think Donald Trump is educated, how would the politicians like Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, Lowenthal, Jerry Nadler, you think he's educated? It's not that like they're smart when you see them talking. They're just used to it. You know, they get used to speaking, and then it's like you talking to people at your job. It's the same shit. You have no fear and you just talk. That doesn't mean, education doesn't mean that you got a certificate. That means nothing. What does that have to do with me going to high school? Oh, somebody got rear-ended? Oh, this Tesla, he's like taking his time. $120 miles per hour. I'm not driving. Remember, Melania came here on a genius visa. Whatever it is. Trump is the best president we've ever had. Yeah, because he's the only one who wants to lower taxes. Which prior presidents have we had that want to lower taxes? The only other one that I remember who wanted to lower taxes was George H. Bush. He says, read my lips. No more taxes. Now, I was too young, so I don't know if the taxes were actually lowered. I can't attest to that. It's not even, I mean, it's like, what is education to you? Like all these people that protest against the government because they're eliminating waste, are they educated? Is that educated? Right? Like, what is an education? These universities, they just selling you a degree. They should just, you should just be allowed to buy one. You know how many people get degrees that they never even went to college? Like if you know somebody, there's ways of getting college degrees from Yale and not even attending. WG, Trump, CMC, Spanky from Little Rascals, all grown up. That's what I look like? Eric the Great. Simon Scott, yep, drank the Kool-Aid. Well, I think Democrats drink the Kool-Aid. If you have a politician that you're supporting, like Vice President Harris, show me one speech that she said she was going to lower taxes. Tell me, somebody please. Give me a date and I'll look it up on YouTube. They got rid of all of USA, the whole thing. They shut it all down. It's all shut down. Why do you think Charles Schwab quit the World Economic Forum? He's not getting paid anymore. That's it. Why do you think all these people are quitting? They're not getting paid. Why do you think Democrats are flipping out? Because they're not getting paid. And all the people they promised the money to, they're not getting paid either. Then nobody's getting paid anymore. There's no money coming in. All Donald Trump should say, you know what? Don't pay fucking tariffs. We're not going to give anybody. We're getting out of the European Union. I mean the United Nations. We're getting out of that other thing in Europe, that allegiance that we're in, and don't even pay. Say that's it. Sell your ships fucking unprotected. Just protect American ships. That's all. If you don't fly an American flag, you get no protection. And if you have an American flag and you have another flag, then you got to pay. You got to wire money, or we're not going to protect you. That's all they should say. Like the France and all these countries that want to import their shit here. So they want free naval protection from pirates, from the Houthis, right? But they don't want to pay import taxes. So okay, don't pay the tax. So now you're going to pay. Anytime your ship comes to port, it's going to cost you per container, right? Just put it on the container. Put it on customs. Every container that unloads from a country, it's going to cost $1,000. That's it. It's the same thing as a tariff or an import tax. You know how many containers come here? Thousands and thousands of containers every day. Thousands. California, all over the country. Just here in Newark and Elizabethport, there's probably 40,000 containers a day. So figure it out. If you charge $1,000 a container, right? Yeah. 1,000 times 40,000.
1,000 times 40,000 is 40 million.
$40 million a day. $40 million a day. Just for Port Newark. Then you got Baltimore. Then you have, forget it. Millions of dollars. That's the way they should do it. Good, import your shit for free. We're just going to put a container tax. That's it. And anything coming off planes gets taxed too. That's it. Just tax it that way. Fuck this way they can't, nobody. Okay, you can import all your shit for free. We're going to have a container tax. Yeah. End of story. And then per day. 40 million times 365. So that means just Port Elizabeth and Port Newark would make $14,600,000,000 a year just in Port Elizabeth. Imagine California, Texas, the whole East Coast. They would probably make $1 trillion a year just in container tax. And then airplanes and FedEx and all these other bullshit things. Tax it like that. That's all. They're gonna have to pay, and if they don't pay, customs won't let them out of the port. Yeah. So whoever the freight broker is, he's gonna have to collect all the money from all the people that they're dealing with, and then when the container hits the port and it's ready to get picked up from a truck driver, that $1,000 has to be paid. That's how it will work. All right, so don't pay import tax. This way you can't even say, "Oh, do us a favor, please." No, it's a port tax. It's different. Import tax. You pay container tax, yeah. Then no one can complain about it. You know how many containers are imported into the United States just in Elizabeth, New Jersey, and Newark, New Jersey? About 40,000 a day. The minimum is 34,000. 34,000. Then you have Dundalk Terminal, Baltimore. You have Philly. You have the whole East Coast. You have Texas, Florida. You know how much shit goes into Florida? It's just, and then California. California is the largest seaport in the country. Who knows how many containers are there every day? Thousands and thousands of containers. That's how much money's coming into this country from these other countries. You understand? So if they're importing that much and they don't want to pay taxes, they're pretty fucking selfish, don't you think so? Yeah, just think the government would make $14 billion a year. And let China, there's no tariffs, just pay the tax on the container. That's the way it should work. Yeah, Tacoma, thank you. Don't forget Tacoma. Yeah, I'll look up here. Seattle, there's Los Angeles. How many containers they do? Forget it. Man, you think $14 trillion here, California would be $1 trillion a year. We pay off the deficit. Just for that, we wouldn't have to pay. Nobody would have to pay taxes in this country. How much you think people paying taxes? It's probably it won't even amount to the money they would make off import taxes or our container tax. Then they could do like if you import a container and then you leave it empty, you should pay a tax on that. Like a disposal tax. Yeah. That's it. So like China, you know what they do? They buy containers or they make them in China, wherever they make them, load it, and then the import itself, the goods of the container, pay for the container. So when they bring it to the United States, it doesn't pay to put it back on a ship and bring it back to China because the container has no value. You know what I'm saying? They make them so cheap. It's cheaper to make a new one than it is to put the thing back on a ship and bring it back to China. That's how, unless they get like a super duper deal from the shipping line that allows them to bring back containers. And it's just too expensive. So not only that, you have those reciprocal tariffs. There should be no reciprocal. There is no such thing as a reciprocal tariff. That's just political talking nonsense. Because they think that you understand an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. You understand? That's not the way they should explain it. They should say that this is the way Donald Trump should explain it. He's just Americans pay taxes in America. American companies who operate in the United States pay taxes, and they have to abide by laws like EPA laws, labor laws, all these laws. So why should the United States make foreign companies tax exempt? That's it. If we're all paying taxes, just come out and say that. We're all paying taxes. Why do the Democrats want the foreign companies to be tax exempt without wanting the citizens to be untaxed? I mean, think about it. You're a Democrat. Why don't you tell your Democrat person you elected, you voted for, why don't you write them out and say, why aren't you lowering my taxes? When are you going to lower my taxes? Why don't you say that? Why do my taxes on the Democrats continue to go up? Why? That's what you got to say. What do you care about rainbow flags? Who's going to whose bathroom? That's stupid. How is that benefit your life? By arguing and fighting, going to jail for that? What do you care about that? How does that benefit you and your family? Caring like who's using what bathroom? You know, what do you give a shit? You should only care about yourself. You think Nancy Pelosi cares about you? If she cared about you, she wouldn't want to raise the Social Security age, would she? If Nancy Pelosi was a caring woman, a mother, a caring politician, somebody with love in her heart, her sole duty as a politician would be to lower property taxes, to lower income taxes, not raise Social Security while there's Social Security fraud going on. I mean, think about it. What kind of politicians are you supporting? I mean, the only one who ever brought up, Democrats in the past have brought up corruption, but they've never done anything about it. They just run on it. They run on your feelings. See, they say, oh, there's people who are stealing Social Security, who are corrupting USAID, but they never do nothing about it. They're just running on your feelings. Donald Trump is doing something about it. That's the difference. He's literally doing... George W. Bush did nothing about it. Ronald Reagan didn't do nothing about it. Richard Nixon did nothing about it. They had USAID during Richard Nixon, Ronald Reagan, Henry Ford, George H. Bush, George W. Bush. They didn't do shit about it. What about Jimmy Carter? He raised taxes. He's the one who started the Department of Education. He actually expanded the government. He cost the government trillions of dollars. Where did that money go? Where did that money go? Why didn't Barack Obama stop the corruption, or Bill Clinton? Why didn't Hillary Clinton campaign on that? I'm going to stop the USA. Why don't they even mention USA? That's a secret. USA was a secret up until now. Because what will happen is when the Democrats get back in, they're going to have to start USA all over again. And they're going to. They're going to say, oh, USA hurt millions of people around the world. Like, is it really your responsibility to worry about millions of people around the world when you're being taxed out of your home? People are losing their homes. You can't afford to buy food. They want to raise your power bills. They want to raise your cost of living. But people around the world are suffering, right? Because in reality, you don't really know that they're spending the money on those people. How do you know? How do you know that? Are you there? No, you don't know. They're just taking the money out of your pocket and saying they're giving it to these people, but you really don't know if they really are. You can't prove it. Why seatbelt? It's the law. Because if I get into an accident, I'm not going through the windshield. I'd like to live. I don't want to break my legs or my shoulder. You know, seatbelts save lives. YT Social, are you still here? Justin's sister, what about my 401k? Well, Justin, you know what? You should have took your 401k and put it in cash. You're the one dependent on the stock market. The government's duty is not to make the stock market holders rich. That's not their job. The president's job is not to worry about the stock market. The president's job is to worry about the people who elected him, and it wasn't the stock market. There's foreigners trading all over the world in the stock market, in the New York Stock Exchange. It's not only, it's not solely for American citizens to trade in the stock market. There's day traders all over the world, everywhere, trying to make money in the stock market. So if the stock market goes down, boo-hoo, too fucking bad. Go make your money elsewhere. Grandma Drive Heat Chat. That's a good one. She's not a grandma. She's young. A little cuckoo. A little box. Let me guess you're loaded so it doesn't affect you. What does? Of course it affects me. I don't want to pay taxes. Nobody should want to. No matter what your wealth is. What do you care? You should want nobody in America, no matter what your wealth is, to pay taxes. Why do you want to punish rich people into paying taxes? What is that going to gain you that you say, like, you feel you're never going to become rich? How does that benefit you? But if you say, listen, I don't want to tax rich people and I don't want to tax the poorest people, then that affects everybody. You understand? That's the idea. You want America is equal opportunity. It's not, we're not going to segregate. It's not a caste system. That's why Vice President Harris, when she ran for president, she was like, tax the rich. What does that even mean? What does that mean, tax the rich? Everybody's rich in America. Who's poor? Who's poor in America? Name one poor person in America that, besides the homeless. Okay. Yeah, the stock market is a joke. The stock market is like a game. It's a video game. You never know when you're gonna get shot. That's basically what it comes down to. So you investing in the stock market, you have to be on your toes. You can't just leave your stocks open for disaster. You have to trade. That's why they call it stock trading. You can't. There's no such thing as, imagine like people bought General Motors for $50 20 years ago, and the stock is still $50, they lost money. Right? Long-term investment. Yeah, because they want you to keep your money there, whether it goes up and down. You understand? But who's making the money? The guys with all the money, with the insider trading. You don't have insider trading. Or you got to be really, really good. You got to know what to buy. You got to be really, it's a fucking game. You got to know how to play the game. I'm living in a fake wonderland. Hey, Jose Esquada. The tariffs, if the tariffs or the import taxes had any effect on the stock market, is because they fear that these foreign companies, it doesn't affect American companies because they're already paying taxes. American companies are already paying taxes, so it doesn't affect them. But foreign companies who have not been paying taxes have been making more money for themselves. You understand? Once they have to start paying import taxes, they got to figure out how they're going to pay it. This is the way it goes. Because bottom line is people are not going to buy their goods. Nobody's going to go and buy a cell phone case for $75, an out-of-box cell phone case for $75, $90. Probably people will, but they're not going to sell as many cases as for like $49, which is still a lot. Imagine paying $50 for this plastic case. People pay it. But that's what it's going to come down to. It's the business itself. If the business can't absorb a tax that the government imposes on them, then it's not a good business anyway. It's not a good, like if you take it out on your workers, they're gonna quit. They're not gonna. You gotta absorb it through the company, through the wealth that's in the company, not through the employees. They're still doing the same job. Why would you cut their pay? But some companies, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna cut their pay. Import tax. That's what a tariff is. It's an import tax. The Democrats want to confuse you. Like a tariff is this, a tariff is that. No. A tariff is a foreign company paying taxes to do business in the United States. I don't know why Donald Trump doesn't just fucking say that. All you got to say is, we're all paying taxes here. But these foreign companies, for some reason, don't want to pay taxes in America. They want to do business here for free. Don't forget, these foreign companies, they don't pay rent here. They don't have factories here. They don't have they don't buy trucks here. They don't buy fuel here. They don't have employees here. So why should they be tax-free? Think about it. You understand? They're doing business for free. That's like me going to the mall and setting up shop and not paying rent. Right? Yeah. And then taking all the cash and then I don't even pay taxes. Am I doing business for free? Then the mall comes over and says, "Hey, what are you doing? I'm selling my shit here. What do you mind your own fucking business?" "Oh no. You gotta pay rent." "I'm not paying rent. Why should I pay rent? I don't even live in America. Why should I pay rent?" That's how they feel. Like they're entitled to do business here for free. But yet their countries want to tax Americans. You see, and they use the excuse, "Oh, American beef is tainted." No, it's not. How many Americans are dying from tainted meat? From tainted chicken or fish or anything like that? Nobody. How many Americans are dying from American cold cuts? Or farming oranges or nobody. It's all bullshit. It's all these people trying to convince you that your country is so fucked up that they're trying to poison you. So the Europeans and the rest of the world uses it as an excuse to not import goods from the United States. Do you understand that? That's what that is. Everybody uses hormones for their cattle, their horses, their goats, their pigs. Everybody. You gotta immunize them. It's just a fucking fact. They're not wild animals. Wild animals don't need it because they eat natural shit. They run around, they roam around. You know what I mean? That's the difference. You know, they roam. What is that? I'm in denial? In denial of what, Franklin? So full of crap. Well, that's easy to say. You can say I'm in denial, I'm full of shit. Is there any gas?
No gas.
Let's go to the Costco. Watch out for these guys. Over there, look.
I know.
Feisty. Yeah, think about it. You really believe that the American food is that bad? It's bullshit. Like they have these idiots go on the internet and they take pork chops and they pour soda on it and these worms come out. You believe that? You believe that? Because they don't want you to eat pork. They don't eat pork. It's the same thing. Left. It's the same thing with them saying that the beef is injected and all the fruits and vegetables are full of pesticides. And now I could understand like Robert F. Kennedy saying that they're using harsh chemicals in prepared food like potato chips and soda and over-the-counter drugs. That I'm on board with, but I don't think that American cattle farmers are doing anything more or harmful than Canadian cattle farmers. Canadian cattle farmers want to sell beef to the United States, so they want American cattle farmers to lose money, to make it unprofitable for them to sell cattle to American consumers, because Canada wants to sell it. So do other cattle industries around the world. It's all psychology. You don't understand that? You think like Boar's Head or Dumas, cold cuts, even Dietz and Watson are bad for you? No, it's not bad for you. No one's ever died from, I mean, if you eat any processed meat every single day, that's all you eat, anything is going to get you sick. You eat too much red meat, you're going to get gout. Shit like that. So you have to eat a balanced diet. So when the Europeans, we don't want your eggs because, your chickens and this and that. No, they don't want our eggs because they don't want to import eggs from the United States. So they use that as an excuse not to import the eggs and make it impossible for egg farmers or farmers in the United States to sell their goods and compete with their farmers. You understand? Now, I could agree with them 100%. That, like, let's say South American, Brazilian, Argentinian cattle farmers and Canadian cattle farmers, the government is protecting them by blocking American product or putting exuberant tariffs or import taxes on our food. The United States should do the same thing. Protect our farmers. Protect our industry. These other countries are doing it. Why shouldn't the United States? Wow, look at all this traffic. I guess go straight. Maybe we'll just go. It's the same thing. Yeah, just go this way. Costco's packed. My gosh. Do we need anything? Man, I wish you bought those clams. Man, I wanted to make spaghetti, linguine, and clams. Keep my wife out of Trump's America. We all live in America. Where do you think we live? I went to cut the grass and came back, and you're still going. Hey, Pat. Phase 2. I like that name. Pat, what's going on, buddy? Kevin, how you doing? Everybody's honking at each other. The line to get gas is going to be a mile long. All right, where's my wallet?
Here. Right there.
Okay. I guess just make a left. Make a right. Yeah, there's carts everywhere. This place is jamming. The majority,
Too much
the majority of people that come here, they buy water.
Yes.
Maybe he owns a business. He sells it in the store.
No.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of these people, they come here, they buy because the water's cheap. It's probably cheaper than they get there from their distributor, and they sell it in their stores. I mean, you used to be able to buy in Costco a case of 36 bottles of water for $2.98, and people sell them for $1 a bottle. So you spend $2.98, you make $36. He's trying to get in there. Just wait. Pull up a little bit. He's gonna back in. This way the people behind you can go. Pull up a little bit. Yeah, okay, they got through. All right. Man, this place is wall to wall. They should put like a second level parking lot here. It would fill it. Even raise the roof on this place. Put more products. They sell everything here. Funeral plots, caskets, tombstones. Oh, look at this lady. Oh, it's so hot. I can't understand how people buy so much water. I mean, they'll come here, they'll spend $100 on water. So you're giving Costco $100 of your money that you now have to pay, and then you have $100 of water sitting in your house. That's stupid. That's why people have no money. Like, they'll go to the gas station and put $75 in gas and drive it around with it for like 3 weeks because they don't go anywhere. Because, oh, I don't want to be inconvenienced. But yet, you're willing to give and even charge your credit card for $75 and give the gas station $75 of your money just so it can sit in your gas tank. That's bad business practice. I only get like $20 every time I go to the gas station. No, the next one. I would love to get a minivan. Bed to the right. Bed to the right. Bed to the right. All right, they're turning too. Man, why is this guy driving like a turtle? Wait. You don't know where this guy's going. Just be patient. Can't go around them to the left. They don't even know where to go. They want to park. They don't know where to park. Just go around them this way. You can pass them on the right. Yeah, there's nowhere to park. Absolutely nowhere to park. I would park right there on the grass. Fuck it. There's a spot right there on the grass. I would just park there. Well, what's getting worse is the deficit. That's what's getting worse. That's all that's getting worse. All right, let this guy go. Let this lady go. Hold on. Let this lady go. Okay. Let this guy go, and then you go behind the van. Watch out. Don't hit this thing. Take it a little wide and turn wide. Don't turn too tight. You're going to hit the cart. Watch out. All right. Okay. Man, look at all these carts. Holy shit. The best time to come to Costco is like during the day, if you can. On Sunday and Saturday, forget it. Wait. She's like, she wants to go around the guy. It's not going to happen. I don't know where this guy wants to go in the minivan, but whatever. Just stay here. We got to go in here, so you just got to wait. I'm not in no rush. Just easy. Take it easy. Just relax. Yeah, I don't know if they're getting on the gas line. They want to cut the gas line. These people in the mini. So people have like absolutely no No manners. They're pulling all the way to the left, blocking people on the other side trying to come in. Now, I don't know where maybe they want to get out. I don't know what they want to do. They're going to cut everybody off to get gas. I mean, what are you going to do? There's people are going to cut the line. That's just the way it is. You know. You can't even get out. You can't even get out. Like to get out of Costco, because this is the gas station line. Oh, there goes the minivan. They left. Well, there's parking here. And luckily, this gas station has 3 pumps deep. So they fill up thousands of cars every day at this place. Yeah, minivans are the best. People hate minivans. They put so much money in minivans. They're like rolling Rolls Royces. They have plush luxury for cheap money. He's MAGA. Yeah, I am MAGA. Yeah. I believe in smaller government, no taxation on the citizen at all, no property taxes. I believe in consumer taxation. How is the deficit going to get worse? Phase? How? If you're collecting import taxes, you're paying off the deficit. The deficit increases when you have excessive spending. Right, the deficit is worse because of spending. So by cutting the Paris Accord Agreement, the World Health Organization, Planned Parenthood, the Board of Education, and other organizations Trump wants to get rid of, USAID, he cut all the Social Security fraud, the Medicaid fraud. That's what's going to save the deficit. You got to cut spending. You got to reduce government. You can't increase government like Jimmy Carter. Why would you put a federal board of education to do what? What does the federal board of education do? Hear the whiny stories of some people. Oh, they won't let my son use the girls' bathroom. Let's make laws against that. Like, what do you care about that? How does that affect your life? How does worrying about who wants to do what affect your life? It doesn't. What affects your life is taxes. Taxes. People don't want to work because they don't want to pay taxes. You know that? Do you know people don't want to go to work? People would rather live in the street than go to work and pay taxes. They say, fuck it. Why should I pay taxes? I'll live here in the street. If I get sick, I'll just go to the hospital and the state will give me free health care. Yeah. Right, exactly. Memory foam. How you doing, Memory? What's up, guy? Heartbreaker, how you doing? Mr. Average Best. Did I say that right? Rotten Mouse. Rotten Mouse. He's a rotten mouse. How can you say how does how people live their life affect your, but then complain about? I'm not complaining about that. I'm not complaining. I don't give a shit. I just said, why do you care about who's using who's what? What do you give a shit? Don't let that be the subject of somebody running for office. Do you understand? The only thing that these politicians should promise you is lower taxes. That's it. We're going to cut this. We're going to cut that. We're going to make you tax free. Not that we're going to worry about who's wearing diapers. That's not what their job is. That's not their job. That's a personal issue. That's not their job. First of all, many... No, you're good. Many, like if you go to Starbucks, Starbucks has a unisex bathroom, right? Why? Because they have locks, and it's only one person at a time. So hold on. Go. Let them go in, then you go next behind that Jeep. Okay, go. Hold on, you fucking piece of shit. Okay, go. Go. What?
Hey, go too. I
All right,
can't
go
over
now.
here.
Go. You gotta cut these scumbags off.
kinda
Go over there to the end. Go to the end, all the way to the end. Go behind that truck. These fucking people have no man. Watch out! You're gonna cut this car off too tight. Man, these people have no courtesy. No courtesy at all. You've been waiting 30 minutes. You can't wait. You can't let us in? It's supposed to go, I go, you go. I go, you go. Lucky I wasn't driving. Yeah. That pisses me off, man. Well, at least we're back here. Settle down, baby Huey. I actually hate this guy. You do, Grant? Well, thank you. I really don't care if you like me or not. It's not going to change my life one bit. Eric the Great. Relax, yeah. Yeah. Well, when I talk about taxes, it pisses me off. I wish you bad luck. Well, thank you, Stinky Pete. Let's hope you have the best of luck in life. I don't believe in luck anyway. I don't believe in luck. I believe in determination, in self-worth, in work. Yeah, that's what I believe in. I don't believe people are lucky. Now, if I played a lottery and I win, that's chance, right? But what happens in my life, and basically, even if I win the lottery, it's not through luck. It's because I bought a lottery ticket. I'm not lucky. I bought the ticket. That doesn't make me lucky. Timothy 2, what's up, buddy? My taxes fund. I'm not on welfare. I've never been. I never been on welfare. Never. He has a passport wife. No, she has a green card and a New York State driver's license. Can I oil up? I should check the oil in the car. I don't know if I have any oil in here. Faze, what's so funny? You're probably broke and had the easiest chance to get rich being home. Well, some people like this guy that I know, you know, he's a young man. And he was a businessman, and he told me stories like he used to be in shipping, and he owned ships that he would lease containers on the ships, and he had partners, and then he got out of business because it was like cutthroat. Then you got to deal with the captains, the crew, all the different ports, all the theft, all of that shit, right? The people quitting on the ship. There was nobody to man the ship. It couldn't sail. Then your customers that you have the containers on are going fucking ballistic that they want their shit. So he got out of business. But his father is still in the he owned a boat dock, a marina, right? And his father bought this thing years ago. So his son came in and says, all right, that's the thing. Son, come work with me. You know what I mean? This is a business. You're a businessman. Run this fucking business. I'm making money. We could all make money here. So the son says, you know what, Dad? Maybe you're right. But the son, right, being a smart businessman, he wind up buying 3 more marinas this guy owns. I don't know if he owns 3 or 4 marinas. And he sells brand new boats, Defiance. I mean, the guy, and I'm not jealous. I'm happy for him because to me, he's a success. He's somebody I admire. I says, wow, dude. And he's the nicest guy, businessman. Like, I could be the biggest asshole customer. He'll still be the nicest guy to me. That's the kind of businessman he is. You know, where you get some like business people and you're an asshole as a customer, which I could be. Anybody can, right? They'll tell you to go take a walk. Like, get the fuck out of here. I don't want you, you know, but he's like, oh, no, sir. You know, John, hey, how you doing? Always sweet and lovely and nice. That's the kind of people we need in America. He's a successful businessman. Whether his father helped him out or not, it doesn't matter.
Hey, this car cute.
What?
This car cute.
The Volkswagen? You like the Volkswagen Beetle? Emma likes the Volkswagen Beetle. Kazakhstan just found rare earth. What does that mean? Rare mineral? Everybody has that. All this shit, it's in all the whole planet. It's everywhere. Like everything you need to make lithium batteries, everybody has it. You just mine the planet. And they make lithium batteries. So what's better? Electric cars through the Green New Deal or destroying the planet's habitat? You can never, if you take a natural forest, you can never bring it back to its natural state. You can't. How can you? I mean, as the generations go on, they'll never know that it was strip mined and then man put it back to the best of their knowledge. But you can never rebuild Mother Nature. A mountain like the green, like mountains, let's say in South Carolina, and they want to like destroy 1 million acres of mountain to get minerals for batteries. And then, well, don't worry, once we'll put it all back the way it was. Never. That'll never happen. It'll never be the same. It'll be generic. Like when I was in the army, in basic, the company commander wanted to prevent forest fires, right? So he assigned my company as in basic training for one day. I think it was a Saturday, or I forgot what it was. For us, it was probably 250 of us, the whole company, right? There was about 4 platoons, about 250 guys. You know, because in a platoon they'll put more, whatever, just for basic training. So we went and in one day we filled up, I can't tell you how many containers of just dead wood. If it's not alive, pick it up. That's what they said. So we would go in the woods lined up, march, and pick up, and then bring it back, throw it in the thing, go back, pick it up, go back. You know, and then they fed us, we took breaks. I mean, but we cleaned up all the dead woods in the forest. But the point what I'm trying to make is that the forest I was in was man-made. The trees were all lined up perfect like soldiers. So I'm saying, wow, this is like a perfect forest. You know what I mean? You could like, you know, it was like walls of pine trees all the way across. Alexander Garcia, what's up? Sherry Sam, buying foreign wives should be illegal to John. I didn't buy her. I didn't buy her. Home of the greatest clones. Why did Trump golf more than Obama already when he complained about Obama? I have no idea. I don't even know anything about that. You're just making up. You're talking about nonsense. See? Right away. See, like the left wants to convince you that Donald Trump is golfing to take your mind off to the fact that Donald Trump is reducing government waste. Right? And you're just repeating the regurgitated vomit. $20. You're just repeating their vomit. That's all you're doing. You're not helping America by saying Donald Trump golfed more than Barack Obama. What does that have to do with anything? Is Donald Trump, did Barack Obama reduce spending? Did Barack Obama, yeah.
More?
Yeah. Did he cut government corruption? Did he cut government spending? No. So even if Barack Obama didn't golf as much, he didn't do shit. He didn't do anything. In reality, let me check the oil. Yeah, pop the trunk. I'll do it. see. I need some Earl. Is there a napkin? Oh, here we go. Finish?
Yes.
You want to go to thrift shop? No? You don't want to go to the thrift shop? Yeah, go home. Whatever.
Yes.
All right. Oil's good. At a good level. Not burning any oil. I don't know how many more miles I got for an oil change, but... Did this guy fill it up? 20 bucks. 7.3 gallons of fuel. What do you want to go home or you want to go to the thrift shop?
Go home.
Why?
You want to? Okay, go.
Let's go. Let's see, maybe there's something that I can sell. No, this way. Left. What happened? Why is this camera so close? Oh. That's a little bit too close, right? Man, you can't even get out of here. Can't even get out. Go home, the thrift shop. Go home, the thrift shop today. My real name is Pedro, the illegal immigrant. You gotta go. All right, she can't do it. She can't figure out the size of the truck with like a tight space. You know what I mean? They should have designed this whole thing differently. I don't know, but whatever. It is what it is. At least we got gas. This is the cheapest gas. I paid $2.73 for fuel. And a lot of this, probably like a lot of this. Good job. Go, 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 go. Nice. Take your time. Go out to the right. No, this way. Left, right.
I know, yeah, you don't like those things.
She already crashed my Lexus.
Left?
Over up there. Ah, you're good. Yeah, I'm not driving. She wants to drive. She likes driving. Bear to your right. Bear to your right. This is a hairy turn. People come around here fast. Stay to your right. All the way to the right. All the way. All the way to the right. I don't know why she insists on driving in the middle. I don't know why. I can't understand it. We'll go to the thrift shop. If you guys want to come in. Check out the Thrift shop. Go, 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 go. All right. We're on Snoop 22. Oh, let's see. Solarman tint. And there are multiple countries like Israel and India that already wanted to take their tariffs completely.
We shop there.
No, it's all right. I'll check it on my phone. Well, I mean, if we have no tariffs, no import taxes with Israel, that's unfair to Americans. Why? Because Israel only has a little bit over 9 million people. So they can't even buy the crap we import there. And we probably don't even import anything there anyway. Those people live like, you gotta, if you take like the population of Israel and the different cultures they have, a lot of those people don't even eat the food that we import there. They eat, who knows what the fuck they eat there. They don't even wear a lot of, yeah, right here. They don't buy a lot of clothes. What are they buying? You know what I mean? They're not really buying our cars. Like, what is the point of having free trade with Israel? It's a loss for America. So basically, Israel's going to import all their shit, and probably what they're going to do is they're going to charge foreign countries to bring the goods and manufacturing there, and then pretend that it's made in Israel and imported to the United States and it's duty free. That's what Canada does. They all do it. Mexico. That's why Mexico is pissed off that they have to pay import taxes, because now that the people who are going there to go. I don't know who's the way. She's like, we have the right of way. She's just sitting there in the middle of the road, and then guns it. So really, that's a bad deal for America, if you ask me. If you have an imbalance of population, like with Canada. Canada has what? They say 40 million people. Should we have free trade with Canada? No, because it should be free trade up to 40 million people, or whatever the value is of that. Not that there's no way that Canada could absorb all the goods that they produce that they want to sell to the United States on their own, because they don't have enough people. They're making enough goods to sell to 340 million people. Now, that's an exaggerated number, right? But they're selling like oil and milk to satisfy 40, to hopefully satisfy 40 million people. So what we make in America to import into Canada, that we're competing with their goods, we're trying to satisfy 40 million people. Is that fair to America? No, it's not at all. Now with China, it's different. China has a population of 3.4 million people versus our 340 million people. So they have a 1 million person population greater than us, but China won't allow our imports. That's the thing. They won't allow our cars, just like Japan. You go to Japan, you don't see American cars there. You don't see anything American. If anything, you'll see like BMWs, because the Japanese, they like German cars. So they demand them. But the Japanese, they don't want fucking Silverados, Ford Rangers. You know what I'm saying? They don't want cars like that. They want to use their own cars, their own Toyotas and Nissans. And probably they have branded Japanese cars that they don't even import into the United States. Same thing with Korea. Go to South Korea. You think you're going to see people drive American cars there? Good luck on that shit. But how many Korean cars you see on the road in the United States? Oh, there was a spot right there. Millions. They sell millions of cars. Whoa. Oh, stop. That's all we need to do is run somebody over. There's nowhere to park here. Go in here. Go back there.
Here?
Oh,
Where?
Back there. Just go back there. There's parking back there. I'll show you. Just go down here. It's hard for her. This is a big truck. Go. What do you think? You're gonna stay here? Go. Drive. That's why there's no balance of trade. Even like, let's say with Italy, right? My beloved country, Italy. Okay. In Italy, there's like 68 million people. So they manufacture, make a left. There's parking down here. Look, it's so easy. Look at all the parking. See? Well, go park down there. What are you doing? Well, you could park further down there. What do you got to park here for? You got to pull it. Yeah, break the steering column. This is what I need. Pull out this way, go to the left, and then pull in. How are you going to pull in tight? You can't do that. I don't understand how you can't figure this out. It's so easy.
Easy to for you.
Oh, okay. Oh, at least she admits it. Nobody parks here anyway. Ah, perfect. Oh, you got it. You see the lines? Go straight. Perfect. Wow, she did that good. Easy for you. Hey! She parked. Yeah, give me an attitude. It's not my fault. Bro, she's been driving for months. You still haven't learned how to drive? Give me a fucking break. You know what I mean? Come on. This thrift shop is pretty good. Let's see if they got anything. Because you can go to thrift shops and buy shit and resell it. And I've resold a lot of stuff. A lot. We've never been charging them. It's like welfare. It's basically what it is. It's welfare. You know, on Facebook, somebody says, "Oh, everybody should be nice to Americans and this and that." I says, you know what I wrote? I says, Canadians should Canadians should roll out the red carpet when we come, because we're paying taxes to support them because they don't want to pay taxes. So the government has to get that money somewhere. That's a loss. All these countries that are not paying import taxes, the government sees it as a loss. They don't see it as income. Tariffs are income. Import taxes are income. Right? How else is the government going to lower our taxes if there's no money coming in? Oop, orange is a lot of young people coming here. They're smart. You know, why go to like the mall and waste money? You could just come here. Sometimes you find really nice stuff cheap. You know, if you have no money, come shop here. What is today? Like a special shopping day? Sunday. Everybody went out. Look at this. Look at this. This is jammed. You know what people do? They come here and they look for like T-shirts that they can sell on eBay. You know, you're not gonna make any money. You buy these T-shirts, you're lucky to break even when you put them on eBay. First of all, on eBay, nobody wants to buy it. Nobody wants to pay, unless you find something special. You know, but nothing here is cheap either. You're not gonna get a T-shirt here for like $2. That's gonna be an expensive T-shirt.
Look at you. I unfortunately wasn't able to run away without a kid.
Yeah, this is the toys. I mean, this is a good place to buy kids' toys. Kids destroy toys anyway. No pianos. No pianos. Oh, what the hell is this? Oh, check this out. I thought it was for a bike. What the heck is that? America benefits right away. Once they start paying import taxes, it's money coming in. It's like anybody. Once you get a job, you get your first paycheck, hey, you got more money in your pocket. It's not going to take months and months and months long term. Either you pay, because what happens is if they don't pay the people who collect the import taxes are the customs agents. That's who collects the import tax. So when the import goes to the port, whether it's an airport, a train port, or a container port, before the container leaves the terminal, customs has to confirm that the tax was paid, or else customs won't let it out. Nothing gets out of the port unless customs allows it out, that they met all the criteria. Now, the other criteria is that let's say the company, the trucking company, or even the shipping company, or the what's his name? Not let's say the port is owed money, right? They won't let the container out unless they're fully paid. They won't let them out unless they're, oh, look at these shoes. Wow, somebody got married and wore those things. Who the fuck would wear them things? Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, so they won't let them out. So if the truck driver goes to the port to get the container out of the port, and the port is owed money, the port just won't let them out. They'll be like, you can't get out. They won't let them out. They won't open the gate to let them out. And then security will go there and escort them back. Or they won't give them the container. You know what I mean? They may let them drop off a container, a load that's got to go on the ship, but they won't let them pick up a container unless that company has physically paid. Look at this. Unless they physically paid up in full. So it's the same thing with tariffs. Oh, look who's in the mirror. Hey guys. That's how it works. So basically, people say who's going to pay? They got to pay customs. They collect the money for the import tax. That's where the money comes from. That's where the money goes to. And then customs sends it to these things sell. How much is this? Wow, $20. Oh my gosh. $20. How much is this thing new? These dog caddies, they sell. I sold one for $50. The big ones, but man, $20. Yeah, we'll see. I'll just put it in the cart. Yeah. That's how it works. That's how it works. I want to sell it.
How much?
It's a lot of money. It's got the bed and everything. Is it broke? No. Emma thinks it's too expensive. I do too. I mean, that's what it is. I mean, Jim denied the pose. No, they don't collect cash. You got to pay the bills. If there's a trucking company that hasn't paid the bills for whatever it is, whatever they owe, right? Whatever it is, they won't let it out. They won't even let them in the terminal. They got to pay. That's how it goes. They gotta you have to be completely paid in full, or you're not getting out of the terminal. Believe me, that's how it works. And customs collects the import taxes. It goes through customs. It doesn't go through anybody else. It it doesn't go. It doesn't go any other way. That's how it works. It's not like the importer sends the money to the government, sends them a check like Walmart. They don't send money. It's all done through the port. That's why we have customs agents. Now the other thing customs agents do is they check for contraband, like drugs and bombs. They have X-ray machines that certain containers are randomly selected to go through the X-ray machine, and they X-ray it, and then whoever's working that detail, they determine whether the box is to be inspected and opened up. That's how it works. But then customs is in charge. Not only that they're in charge of that, they're in charge of all the exports. So you have to have all your fucking documents 100%. They won't let your shit go. You got to prove that everything that's going in that container, you own it. You got to have titles for cars, payments for this. You can't ship contraband. It's a huge process. Man, anybody need golf clubs? Holy shit. Damn. See, what they do is they take these golf clubs and they just mix them all up. Mumbo jumbo. Oh, here's a good set, $11.49. Yeah, what the hell is that? Excuse me. There's no more changing rooms. So people gotta like try clothes on.
There is no change.
I know, they took them away. Because people were stealing.
It's like $1.
They used to be in the back.
Oh.
And then people was like they would put clothes on top of clothes and they would
That
walk
makes no
out.
sense. Why don't they just put security tax on it?
Well, go in the bathroom.
No, they do.
You could always go in the
Security
bathroom.
tax on that. Go crazy.
Like they didn't. These young kids. They don't know shit. What's over here? I always look for tools, but I haven't seen any tools lately. I haven't seen any tools. Nothing. Nothing good. This place is like hit and miss. I heard, yeah, it's hit and miss. All right, let's go. I don't see anything. They're like teenage girls looking at toys. Excuse me, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Have a great day. Plates. They have, you know, there's so many thrift shops. I found some really nice paintings here. Beautiful. Or not here, but a different one. Look at this guy. Hey. Oh, that's interesting. That's the way it goes. It's nice. I like that. It's pretty cool. All right, let's go home. Come on, Emma. Let's get the heck out of here. Let's blow this joint. Oh, look at this terrible table. Like, who the fuck would buy this? This thing is shot. Who would buy that? Look at this. This is like garbage. But somebody might buy it. Put a tablecloth on it. There's no price. Oh, that's nice. I want that. That's part of a platform bed. Right? You probably put them back to back and you put the bed on top of that. Then people come here and they buy CDs. I mean, they're like $1. Instruments. They want so much money for all this, like that junk guitar. They probably want like $50 for a kid's guitar. Let's get out of here. Look at this place. It's packed. Weirdos. Weirdos. Oh gosh. People buy like all kinds of stuff. Look at this one. Hey. She's probably looking for a jab. No. It's called 2nd Avenue. This used to be a supermarket. This place is packed. This is a good deal. It'll sell. It's in good shape. There's a pillow. Yeah, even somebody gives me, for the last one I got $50. Means I already get 40 for this. This is a big cart, big crate. People look for big crates. Like medium-sized dog. Colonel Trump and his mutt army. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm just like in a rush. Now, let's check out. All right, just give me the. Oh, we can start. Start. No, I get. All right. Nope. That's it. Let's blow this joint. Hey, you know what? Even if you like this kennel doesn't sell, you never know. I might get a dog, and I'll need it. Emma, where you going? I could go for pizza today. Pizza. So if you drop off something, they give you a 20% coupon, which is good. You know, 20% is good. Can't beat 20%. There you go, right in the truck. Now maybe I'll get run over. Ran over. Em is nuts. Oh! What the hell's going on with this phone? Yeah, let's go. Okay, I know. Alright, turn the wheel this way. We're going that way. Turn the wheel this way.
No.
All the way. No, this way. We'll go out this way. Just turn the wheel.
Why I turn this way?
Because it's easier. Just go. More. Go back more.
Look.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. It's a constant battle. It's a constant battle. So all I do is fight all day long. But at nighttime, it's fun time. This way.
Because that way is
Just
safe.
turn the wheel.
Wait.
I mean, you don't see the exit? All right, that's it. Hey, take it easy with the car. Don't break it. Bear to your right. Bear to the right. Man. Left. We're going left.
So what does that?
Just go left. It's easier here. There's no traffic. Because if you go out at the other place, everybody's waiting for the red light.
Say, I want to go here.
No, but it's easy.
Here?
It's easier here. Sometimes there's a lot of cars here. Make a left. Yeah, like she doesn't know where she's going and she gets frustrated. Play the game. Oh, I know where I'm going. Don't tell me where to go. 34 felonies. Well, how many more felonies are they going to charge him with? You don't think that's baloney felony? You don't think they're full of baloney felonies? 34 years ago, Donald Trump grabbed my hoochie. Oh. Yeah, it was 34 years ago. I don't remember 100%. I think it was his hands. Yeah, it was a little dark, though. I had a few drinks in me. Yeah, 34 years ago, I was inebriated. But did I tell you that I used to be a prostitute on top of that? Yeah. Oh, your Mar-a-Lago golf resort that people pay $1 million a year to be members in is only worth $18 million when they have thousands of members that are paying way above $18 million a year. And you have to pay like $300,000 a year. You got to spend at Mar-a-Lago like $300,000 a year just to keep your membership, or they kick you out if you don't spend the money. Not only that, Donald Trump owns 7 golf resorts all over the world. But that judge, he's a fucking genius. That do nothing, never had a job, never created anything, never started a business, never did anything but fucking fuck people over in court, just like he did to Donald Trump. That ugly, skinny, skeletal looking fuck. That, what did he do? All that guy's ever did as a judge his whole life was fuck people over. Because if he could screw over Donald Trump, the president of the United States, and make our country look so bad and him look so stupid, to say that Mar-a-Lago is only worth, when he didn't defraud anybody. The banks even testified for Donald Trump to say he didn't defraud her. Who did he defraud? That whole case was they were trying to set Donald Trump up as an example to say that he was trying to defraud somebody. So then another judge says he didn't try to defraud anybody. Now, he didn't say Mar-a-Lago's worth $18 million to try and defraud the public. He was making a deal with the bank. The bank had to do their own due diligence, right? So who was Donald Trump defrauding? He didn't defraud the general. He wasn't trying to sell the public the Brooklyn Bridge, was he? No. He wasn't doing that. What was Donald Trump trying to... He was trying to get a loan from Mar-a-Lago to invest in something else. And that's what businessmen do. They don't use their own money. They get loans. Can I see rocks in the moon with those glasses? I can see little moon men. You know what I can see at night if it's clear out? Okay, go. I can see the moon car. The moon buggy. Remember the moon buggy? I can see that. And the little moon people driving it around. Yeah, I can see that. What can I see? Everybody's a comedian. So just go straight. Go straight. Don't turn here. Stop sign. Stop sign. What do you mean? All right, when you get a ticket and you get 5 points and you got to pay $500 fine, you don't want to stop for stop signs?
Yeah, turn left.
Yeah, turn left. You don't want to stop for stop signs when the cops pull you over? Don't come crying to me when you got to go to court. Scotland doesn't... Oh, so you speak for all of Scotland. Wow. Are you like the Prime Minister of Scotland? That you can speak for everybody in Scotland? Disgusting? What's disgusting? What, did you just throw up? Oh, Cybertruck. Cyborg. Oh, whoa, whoa. Wait.
Nobody here turn left.
Yeah, nobody here turn left. There's cars. After this Mercedes. All right, this fucker's here. All right, now go. Slow down, jerk off. It's like it's like riding on the hellhole. In Coney Island, they used to have a ride. It was called the hellhole. Pull over. Pull. Stop. Slow down. Okay, stop. Well, at least I made it alive. Blowing through stop signs. That's one of her favorite things to do. Is just go through the stop sign. Why not? Yeah, slam the door. Break fucking shit too while you're at it. Yeah. Why not? Let's just blow through stop signs. I'm not driving. I keep saying stop at the red lights. You got it? All right, you can leave the tools. Oh, you need the wood, right? The wood. She got everything. I mean, she's a hard worker. Emma? Wow. Hard worker. She works like a dog. Pretty good cook. Little feisty attitude. I gotta pick up my laundry basket. Oh, home sweet home. I'll see if that piece of wood works.
Where's it?
I got him here. Bone spurs? No, thank goodness. Whew. Made it home. Joanne.
Oh, it's John.
Oh, it's Joanne. Nothing. How you feeling? I'm home.
You're finally home.
Yeah. What are you doing? Man, you're all bundled up?
I'm bundled up. I'm just laying here. I just got the blanket on.
What are you going to feed me?
What? It's the other way around.
I'm feeding you?
Yeah. I bought ground beef.
Ooh. I had fucking clams at the house and we left them there.
Well,
I wanted to make spaghetti and clams.
they're not going to be good when you eat them.
And I paid $6 for them too. Just pissed away $6. Well, what is this? Oh, that's that.
I bought fresh eggplant.
All right, so can you make spaghetti and meatballs?
Of course I can make spaghetti and
All right, I haven't had that. I need some pasta.
I bet you do.
I need badly. No, too big? Try the other way.
Try. You too.
Take it out of your
Ah.
I told you, I told this that you can't that. Now look.
No, that's. All right, we should have bought the saw. right, when we go, I'll bring the saw. All right, guys, thanks for coming into the video. Appreciate everyone here. Eat the rich. Take care. Peace out. God bless you. And remember,
Crazy man.
only if they ever ask you, what do you want out of the government? Lower taxes.
Live.